Yes. And playing a couple, I mean, this is way off the beaten path here. 2 copies of Hornet Queen in the main deck, a Soul of Innistrad. I'm trying to see if he has any, self-mill for value kind of things going on, because often that stuff is associated. You see Whip as well. Doesn't really appear that that's the case. Looking for a Wayfinder or something, and I think he's just playing those cards straight up.
Looks like he's in some trouble now, though. You saw Siege Rhino get chump blocked by Sylvan Caryatid, so a little bit of trample damage there. And now Wingmate Rock with the Raid trigger. Selsing going to pass the turn back. Now we know Major's top card. Now there's Temple of Silence. It's a Siege Rhino. Temple's going to come into play. Trigger, gain a little bit of life. Take a look at the top card. It's a copy of Quarter Calling, a card that Major's is very fond of, especially if you read his article on the select side of Star City Games this week. He can play a Rhino, go up to 7. And you see he's trying to figure out how the heck do I work myself out of this, because he's in some trouble right now.
And then what does he cord for the following turn is another question as well. Getting into a position where he could cord for Hornet Queen would be really good here. But I do not believe he can do so even if the Siege Rhino and the Courser stay in play next turn.
Yeah, that's the big issue. He can get a little
bit creative. Now, if there's a land, then he has enough to cord for Hornet Queen.
I mean, he can get really creative in this situation, right, where he can play the Rhino, go up to 7, and leave back the Rhino in the Courser on defense, which means that Selsing's Rhino really can't afford to attack because of Whip being in play, and he doesn't die from the 2 flyers. Now, of course, this is all predicated on Selsing having nothing, but we'll see. As Majors is deciding what to do with the Scry, he's going to leave it on top, play the Rhino. We'll have to keep that card turned face up, of course, because there is a Courser in play. So a natural habit to turn the Scry card down, but we will turn it up. And Nick says, hey, I got to know the chords there.
So this, I believe, is the plan of attack that Michaels has put together here. If he draws the cord next turn and finds a land that comes into play untapped, he has the ability to cord for Hornet Queen.
Okay.
Now, if Nicholas has anything, this doesn't work, but it's at least a game plan for the time being.
And there's the attack. There's a Wingmate Rock trigger. Yep, and an Abzan Charm will do it. Yep, the pup mode of that, the counters, and that's going to get the job done. So that's going to win game number 2. We will check to see if the players did shake hands, make sure our score is correct there. I don't know if Majors won the match or not. Well, we will find out. It looks like, I don't know if we're headed to a game 3 or not, so we will find out in just a moment.
Yeah, was that the awkward we're going to game 3 handshake, or did we not have the matchup correctly?
Yep.
It appears as though.
Yep, it looks like it is 2-0 Nicholas. Yep. So we'll not be headed to a 3rd game here. That's why the players do shake hands. So in the Abzan mid-range mirror, Nicholas Selsing is king with his more, I would say, standard build of the deck, because Majors is doing some creative things on his side.
It's hard to know how much the variations in these lists matter in a 2-game set, especially when we're coming in at the back end there.